Okay. Check 1, 2. We are going live. We're giving this another try. We haven't really messed too much with lives, so we're just kind of seeing how this goes. And if we get some interactions with other people, we'll be able to maybe do this more. We're always trying to find ways to engage with you guys. We appreciate everybody's support who's always watching our podcast or streaming it. We're on My wife's here in the background. What are we on? We're on Apple, Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on, iHeart, and just about anywhere you get your podcasts, you can find us. YouTube has the video version, so you can watch us here as, many of you have been, and we just appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys just joining us and helping us be a part of this. Um, what makes it fun is just having an audience and being able to talk to so many different kinds of people. It's a lot of fun, and we appreciate your support. We appreciate y'all subscribing, and we have a lot of solid guests coming up. Some of them repeat guests that we've had on before, and we're looking forward to having them on. We talk about so many different things, and you can also check us out on our channel here where we're streaming. You can also go on Instagram and you can see all the past episodes that we've done. We've talked to a lot of interesting people. I'm just going through our feed here just to jog my memory. I talk to so many people in one day, I lose track sometimes. We've talked to Dr. Shivani Gupta, who's an amazing Ayurvedic physician. She is a specialist in ancient Indian medicine, and she's shared the wisdom of the ancestral medicine that she grew up in. And we just learned some very powerful things in that. Just that what people learn from their own ancestors and how medicine from your ancestors can actually help you figure out certain ailments or what you're doing that maybe you can fix or modify if you're dealing with a health issue. It's always helpful to know what your ancestors did. My ancestry being Eastern European. How'd you guess that? By looking at me, right? So there's different things that my grandmother did. And she was a resilient woman. She lived almost into her 90s. She lived on a farm all her life. She was very physical, did a lot of like manual labor. She was active right into her later years. And she relied on a lot of the natural environment around her. She ate the food that she grew, and, it helped her along. So, those are, some things we should pay attention to. Ancestral medicine is key because everybody comes from a different ancestral line, and some people do things a little differently than other people. They are raised and might consume plants and herbs that are in their specific latitude, in their climate where they are, and that stuff is, by nature tailored to your body type a lot of the times, and so it's a good place to explore if you're trying to live optimally, and Dr. Gupta shared so much of that. And she also has a PhD in turmeric, which I think is wild. That is probably one of the healthiest herbs you can consume. Indian people have been using that for centuries, and you can look up the studies on that if you're like a science person and you want to see all that. But it's very, very healthy. There's a lot of health benefits to using that spice, and Dr. Gupta shared so much of the different things that it can do to benefit the body. So, that's one episode we did. We had her on a couple times, actually. We had a great response, and we hope to have her back. She's a fun guest. She's really great to talk to, and she always teaches us a ton. So we're grateful for that. Who do we have on most recently, wifey? That would have been Ryan S. Wood. Yeah, Ryan S. Wood. So, aerospace specialist. He has his own aerospace company, Ryan Wood, and you can get snippets of that on our Instagram if you want to go to at Mike C Podcast. But Ryan shared some pretty interesting things with us too, just on the evidence of UFOs and the crash sites that he has studied, and how the evidence is in the dirt. And when he said that to me, that really kinda made me stop and think that there's evidence there. I used to be kind of I think I was agnostic on that
Yes.
issue, right? I
Mhm.
was kinda like you were a little more open. I find you're a little more open-minded in general than I am, but, then I start talking to, people like, Leslie and Stephen Shaw, who we also had on, and
They
Ryan
were
Wood.
kind of different. They
Yeah.
were kind of different as in they were talking more about aliens and
Yeah.
how what they looked like,
Yeah.
and that was interesting.
It was.
But yeah.
Yeah, hopefully people can hear you. I don't have headphones on, but, um, yeah, they were pretty fascinating, and, I found them very interesting, and now I'm a lot more open to the reality of UFOs, alien life, if stuff's out there. If you're in here hanging out with us right now, like, drop us a comment. We're trying to try, doing more of these things, more interactions with people, and, drop us something that in the chat if something's on your mind. We'd love to hear from you guys, and this is just
What's a topic that you like? Tell us, or is there a
me?
topic you would like? Not you.
Oh,
We
okay.
like most
Yeah.
of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But whoever's in the comments,
Yeah.
tell us if you can hear me.
Yeah.
Tell us what subjects you like
Mhm.
for us to cover, or the ones that we've already covered.
Yeah.
Big topics that we've had here is interracial. I know y'all, some of y'all like that,
Yep.
so we're
Yep.
going to do more of those. Do you think you
Yep.
can hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're coming up on here.
Okay.
Again, I should have put headphones on, but yeah, that was another big one that my wife mentioned. She's kinda helping me out here because I'm forgetful, and I didn't make a lot of notes today. I just thought we'd jump on here, and if you are in here, drop us a comment, drop us a question, drop us a suggestion too, like, if there's a topic you'd like us to cover. We can't get to, like, every topic under the sun, but we have so many different things that we're covering on this podcast, and it's a fun platform. It's fun talking to interesting people. And, it's fun hearing from our audience too and you guys and what you guys think of what we're doing, and we just thank you guys for subscribing and being a part of it, and if you haven't subscribed and you happen to be checking this out, hit that subscribe button. Show us some love, give us some support, and, we'll keep working on the content that that you guys expect from us, and, we'll be working on more stuff too. We've got some great guests coming up in the next couple months. Alex Steinchick's gonna be back. I love Alex. Alex is awesome. Bitcoin expert, Bitcoin expert. So, we'll be talking about that.
Just which aspect of that?
Well, what we're gonna get into is, if you have a significant other or spouse or girlfriend or boyfriend or dad or whatever that has Bitcoin and something happens to them, which we obviously don't want to happen, but if something tragic happened and you had to retrieve that Bitcoin, Bitcoin happens to be very valuable right now as I'm speaking. It's over $100,000 a coin. How do you retrieve that? It's not like just going and cashing it out at the bank. There's some steps you have to take in order to obtain that. Even if you inherit it, you have to know what to do with it. And so that's something I want to cover with Alex when we have him on, and he's got a lot of great insights. He's an expert in that space. He's a director over at Swan Bitcoin, which is one of the premier Bitcoin only exchanges where you can buy and sell Bitcoin. And Alex is he's a pro. He used to host Cafe Bitcoin, which was an amazing podcast that he did, I think, for a couple years, and that's how I got familiar with him and his expertise. And it was such a pleasure to have him on. He's a really cool dude. It's fun to talk to. So that's something that's coming up soon. Uh, what else we got? I didn't pull up my calendar. I have to pull my
Did you
calendar
look
up.
through what we had
But I
on?
mean, what we've had on. Again, check us out on Instagram at Mike C Podcast if you haven't followed us on there. What do we have on there? Let's see. We had Janelle Jones, who's a full time RV person. So she lives in I want to say a 36-foot RV. I don't remember the dimensions now, but she lives in like a full on RV with like a full sized fridge, like one you would have in a gourmet kitchen. Um, Full bathroom, all that. And that's what she lives in, and that's her lifestyle. She's on the road all the time traveling. I think she circled the continent from, like, Texas to Alaska, something like 3 times, I think, which is pretty wild. Um, so we're gonna have her on again for sure, just talk about, living small, like minimalism, and how to live without accumulating too much stuff, becoming the opposite, which is a hoarder. Do you think I'm a hoarder?
No,
You don't?
no,
I feel like one sometimes
no.
because we've moved a couple times. I've got some boxes I need to
I
purge.
know, I know.
I do. I have more stuff than you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't know. I think I have too much stuff. I got to do a purge. I get attached to some of my stuff. That's an issue that I gotta deal with. I don't know. Maybe I need to see somebody about that. But yeah, that's we're gonna talk about living small
Who said they like to um in the video? Who said they liked to clean? Olympian?
to clean.
Priscilla.
Did she say that?
Isn't she a clean? Isn't she?
Didn't she say that?
Hmm.
I don't remember. Priscilla Loomis said that? She
I
likes
think
to
she
clean
said she was a clean. I think she said she does that as well.
just
She
because she
loves.
enjoys it?
No,
What do
no.
you mean?
I think she has it's a side thing or something. I
Oh,
don't know.
really?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know. I
remember now.
swear that's what she
I
said.
don't remember.
But yeah,
But
the
that's
Olympian she was on.
yeah, yeah, Priscilla Loomis, who was a former Olympian track star, and hopefully we'll have her back on too.
Hmm.
She was a fun guest also, and just gave us insights on mental preparation for the Olympics, being an Olympian. So that was pretty fun too, having her on. And who else did we have on? Man, we had so many people. We had Maitreya Brown, who's an immigration lawyer,
Yes.
who gave us a ton of useful insights into what it takes to back on. Might have lost you guys for a second, but we're back. I got a loose connector here. She gave us insights on immigrating to the US and the process behind that, and just gave some really different examples of cases she had worked on in the past, which I thought were fascinating. That was interesting too. Do you remember the story of the teacher who wanted to immigrate to the US to be a school teacher?
No,
But he
tell
wanted
me.
to, yeah, he wanted to. I'm trying to recall the story now. He wanted to you can't just move here and do certain jobs, right? You have to actually have some expertise or prove there's a need for your particular type of work, which is very difficult when you're dealing with US immigration. So she had a client who was, I don't know from what country, he wanted to be a school teacher. He wanted to move to the US. And his case that he wanted to make was I want to teach kids to live healthy, to be healthier lives, have healthier mental health, healthier physical health. I think he might have been a PE teacher. So he wanted people to adopt a more healthy lifestyle. And so he presented a case that American kids need to live a little bit more healthier in their lifestyles. Maybe they need to be a little bit more active. And so she thought it was a long shot, right? She thought that was a long shot in the beginning.
Mhm.
And she was like, I'll do this case, but I don't know. And the USCIS, US Customs Immigration Service, I think it's called, excuse me, they approved it. They approved the case and he actually got into the US, which I think is fascinating
Mhm.
on that basis. Like usually they're looking at neurosurgeons or professional athletes or people just in special types of fields. And not to say that teaching is not special, but there's not a shortage of teachers in the US. There's a lot of school teachers here at all levels.
Mhm.
So I think that people who can demonstrate that there's a need for what they're doing to come to the US is pretty wild. And you have to get a lawyer that knows to the different strategies to get you in, and that's exactly what happened. So, Maitreya Brown, you can check her out on our feed as well. Go to our Instagram at Mike C Podcast. Maitreya is awesome, one of the top lawyers in the immigration field for sure,
And what
and
did we have?
big shout out to her.
Yes. What did we
Yeah.
have before that? Before Maitreya.
Oh, what did we have? Yeah, I'm trying to look through here. We had Leslie and Stephen Shaw. Big shout out to them. They're two of our favorites. They'll be back to talk about UFOs and who's in those UFOs. Is it humans?
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, when I do those polls, because I do the, just tell them I do the.
Yeah. Yeah, you handle the Instagram. Wifey handles all the Instagram stuff. So big shout out to her. At Mike C Podcast. Hit us with a follow. But what were you gonna say?
Yeah, people when I did the polls. Some people have seen UFOs. I mean, if
Mhm.
you're out there and you've seen UFOs, tell us,
Yeah.
let us know what.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you've seen a UFO, drop us a comment, drop us a note, and tell us. We want to hear your experience. That's a fascinating topic.
And Ryan, he was talking about crash sites and
Yep.
back to UFOs
Yep.
again, but he was talking about crash sites, the
Mhm.
crash removals, and the just where to send them.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah. Well, they don't. This is the weird thing is they don't know where that stuff goes. So I asked Ryan when we had him on. I asked him where does all that debris go, and he he didn't really know. So we're assuming the government has it. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if a weapons company has it and they're researching the technology, but it's pretty fascinating. And I will probably never know unless there's a future administration that releases that information and makes it public if it is confidential. But it's pretty fascinating. And I'm definitely in a different frame of mind when somebody asks if I believe in UFOs and alien life. And I know we've had some feedback from people saying, you're out of your mind. Those things aren't real and it's a fantasy. It's just it's your imagination. Nah, I think there's some truth to it. And some people get a little creeped out by it. And like I get it. But I don't know. The evidence is out there. I don't think we're alone in the universe
Oh, I don't
anymore. I
think we're
don't.
alone. There's too many people. We're not. They don't get together and just say, "I saw something,"
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there.
Yep. No, 100%. 100%. So,
Mhm.
uh, what else do we have that we've covered?
Mhm.
We've spoken to.
The interracial with Coulter.
Yep. Yep.
The he
Yep.
popularized black wife effect.
Yep. Big shout out to Coulter Bouchard and the black wife effect. And I am a recipient of the black wife effect. But yeah, Coulter got into that and just the dynamics of an interracial relationship, an interracial marriage, particularly white men and black women. And big shout out to all the love we got on that episode. That was a really fun one that we tackled, and that was such a great conversation with him. And I definitely hope he'll join us again. And thanks for all your comments. So many men and women of the same persuasion had dropped us comments and shows of love and support and really appreciated the episode. And it was such a fun thing to do. I really enjoyed that conversation. And that's definitely something we're gonna do more
Yes.
in the future. That's
Yes,
something
we're
we want to
planning on
talk about.
whoever's
Yeah.
interested in that, because when you come on this channel, you'll find something for
Yeah.
you. There's always something that not every,
Hmm.
maybe not every subject is for you, but eventually there's always something
Yeah.
that you're going to be interested in. So for the people who are interested in the interracial, we will have more of that
Yeah.
time coming up in the future.
And big shout outs to Amanda Awakens too,
Okay, yeah.
over on YouTube. She was part of that too. So she also shared the dynamics of a black woman in a relationship with a white man and how it's unique and how it's different and seemingly becoming more and more mainstream. I think there was a lot less of that combination even like 10 years ago. And now I feel like I see it in so many places. And I mean, it's
See it a
great
lot
if,
more.
yeah, and it's great. I mean, if that works for you, then do it.
And
Hey,
that's okay. And even if
yeah,
it's not your thing, that's okay too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, hey, um, hang out with who you love. That's what I say. And it's a fun dynamic to talk about. It's definitely different. It has its unique place in the world. There's things that people have to there's sometimes some struggles in it just with cultural acceptance
Oh, we know
that
because
yeah, we know firsthand because
Mhm.
of the two of us, but there's definitely some unique dynamics to it. And I just have to say I've met a lot of happy people in that zone. And
I'm not to say that there aren't happy people in other
yeah,
relationships.
of course.
Of course,
Yeah. Like I
it's
said, it's you if you don't want to date outside your race, you don't date outside your race. If it's something you're open to, you do it. Um,
It's all good.
it's all good. Yeah. And I mean, it's it's I love my wife. That's all I'm going to say. I love my wife. She's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah. So thank you just for everything that you do in my life. I'm grateful. I try to tell you that as much as I can. And thank you all for your comments. It was just so great to hear feedback and just support of us doing that episode. We love to hear from you guys. I'm going to keep saying that, and we're always wanting to hear from you guys. And we're just grateful when people uh, can be a part of what we're doing and be a part of our content, not just watch it, but interact with us. So we're thankful for that. Um, and I mean, I think it's a Saturday night where we are. I know we've got viewers and listeners literally all over the world, which is exciting. So it might be like early morning or late night for some of you guys who have stopped through while we were doing this. So thank you for that. And we'll probably do this again. I'm not sure when. We don't really have a fixed schedule with this stuff. But gentle and serene, thanks for your comment. You love the different topics. Thank you. Thank you. We're grateful that you like you like what we're doing and you support what we're doing, and we'll do more of that. Definitely. Is there anything I'm missing out before we sign off for the evening?
Well, how about those other subjects that we've tackled? What else is in there?
What else have we talked about? We've done a lot of like relationship stuff. And I know we're talking interracial, but we've also just done relationship things, and we're going to do more of that. So that's an area we're going to cover more of too. But just the keys to a successful relationship between men and women, like the things men struggle with, the things women struggle with.
Oh,
The
we have Avram. Avram, yes.
Yeah, Avram Weiss from Psychology Today was somebody we spoke to several months back, and just on the um, aspects of how men are afraid of women, which that was an enlightening conversation.
Mhm.
But there's this whole side of women that men fear. And I think sometimes they don't even know they fear women, but they do things in certain ways that show that they fear them, whether it's an intimidation thing, whether they want acceptance from women. There's a whole side to that. And we were able to discuss that. Avram was fantastic and he showed us a lot. But yeah, a lot of men struggle with a fear of women. I think it's tied to fear of rejection.
Mhm.
And I mean, I've been, we've been married a while, so some of these feelings are like rusty for me. I don't remember some of that stuff, but I do remember being intimidated by women in certain situations, just for different reasons. Probably like male insecurity. I think that's something that men don't want to admit, but I think it's a real thing. And so that's something that men wrestle with, but they don't want to admit it. So it's just something that gets swept under the rug in relationships. And so it was good to discuss that and kind of understand that, come to that understanding. And if you're in here, drop us a comment. Let
Can we
us
see
know
the
what you
people
think.
here or no?
Yeah, there's some people coming in and out.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm.
not too many people in here right now.
Mhm. That's okay.
But yeah, we've been on what, 23 minutes now, and we're new at this.
Mhm.
We're new at the live stuff. We've been doing the pre-recorded podcasts, kind of giving you the full edited presentation, but we might jump into some more lives if this is something that y'all want more of. So drop us some feedback and let us know. I got wifey kind of in the wings here,
Mhm.
um,
We've done
helping
other
us out.
topics like don't forget we did jujitsu and
Yep.
we tried
Self-defense.
self-defense
Yep.
and
Yep. So we talked about self-defense with Kevin Goat,
Kevin Goat.
who's the
Yes.
man, who's the man. What's his Instagram handle? I can't remember. But he was uh
Yeah.
he has a great YouTube channel, actually. I don't know if you can find it. It's on the account, but I can't remember. But Kevin, his whole channel is like self-defense tactics in everyday situations. Like he has one where you're in a car and somebody's trying to carjack you, and he actually shows you strategies to defend yourself in those situations. Everyday situations. You might be at the grocery store or walking to your car in the parking lot, or coming out of a public restroom or something, and somebody positions you, corners you a certain way, or they come at you with a certain type of, um, weapon to try to come after you, and ways that you can just practice self-defense. And it's the same theme he always says is you don't want to stay and scrap, but you want to stop your attacker, be able to defend and protect yourself, and then ultimately get away. You don't want to stay and fight and get into some more trouble, or maybe the person's friends will come and help them out or whatever. But you want to get away from the danger as soon as you can and get to a safe place. You and your family, if you're with your family, or whoever you're with. And that's kind of what he teaches. And that's sound advice, if you ask me. Um, yeah, Kevin Goat. I forget what his Instagram is.
Self-defense goat.
Self Defense Goat. Check that out. Self Defense Goat. GOAT. And he's like a celebrity.
Is he?
He is, because like he's in Calgary, Canada, but he has people stop him like all the time. Go, hey man, you're Kevin Goat, and he's like, yeah, that's me. So he's very well known. I think he has over 500,000 followers on Instagram. Awesome channel, awesome Instagram account to follow.
Real estate.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, we had Dahan on before talking about real estate and the housing market. He also happens to do mortgages. So that was something else we talked about. Um, and that was an interesting conversation. Dahan Johnson, he's a Phoenix-based realtor, and just the different things you got to do when you're looking at buying a home and taking care of financing and the planning that goes around that, and just the investment decision you have to make on whether you want to buy a home or not. So that was something else. And again, if you guys are in here, drop us a comment and tell us what you would like us to hear, what you would like us to cover as a future topic too, because we're always on the lookout for new and exciting guests. And it's been almost 30 minutes.
Has it?
Yeah.
Um, what about um Taylor Morgan?
Yeah. Taylor Morgan, the captain. That was good too. That's in our feed if you want to go check that episode out. Where is that at? I gotta find it here. It's been a minute since I talked to him, but learning to unlock your potential and to thrive, and through the healthy strategies that he teaches his people. Um, it's the captain's crew. Is that what it's called?
Something like
His
that.
Yeah, his group, and he's got a really cool Instagram channel too, and he does like ice baths like every day.
Every
That's
single day.
I think so, which I think is wild. And like early in the morning too, like 5 a.m. or something. Like that's the last time you want to be in ice. I am not that disciplined. I've done ice baths, but not
You
like,
just woke up.
yeah, like, but you know what he says that does? It builds a certain mental fortitude. So when you can take something on that harsh, that extreme on your body at that time of day, it's like it creates this mental fortitude that you're unstoppable, and you can take the rest of the day on. Nothing can sway you after that. And so it helps build just personal, physical, and mental resilience. So it's wise. Now, I ain't telling anyone out there to do ice baths. Check with your doctor. I'm not giving medical advice. Make sure you're fit and you're able to do that. But if your doctor gives you the clearance on that, there's a lot of health benefits. Some people say they're not healthy, but I don't buy that.
You think? Why wouldn't
Yeah.
it be?
Because there's a lot of science behind ice baths and why people do them. I'll try to paraphrase what I heard a neurosurgeon say once about ice baths, but he said they they stretch the respiratory proteins in your tissues. And so what happens is the energy flows in your body are actually enhanced. Energy in your body is actually in the form of electrons. And so when you speed up that electron flow between your cells, it actually improves the communication signaling between your cells. It improves your cellular resilience, and it actually has very strong health enhancing effects. And that's why when you come out, yeah, but I believe it because when you come out of an ice bath, you feel like very rejuvenated. You're like, oh, right? Like you're ready to take on the
Yes.
world. So they have that profound biological effect. So I believe that. I believe the science on those. Some people don't like them. They think they're harmful. They're draining on your system. They create a drain. I don't know if I buy that.
No?
Nah, there's way too many smart people like Taylor doing that.
Mhm.
And they've got their health to show for it. Taylor is in he looks like he's in very optimal health. So I want to be like that guy, right?
Oh, and Stasha.
Yep. Stasha Gomanak, who I just talked to the other day, she's going to be back on too, talking about insomnia. Um, Another thing, we've got these lights on. It's getting into the evening hours where we are. Not a good thing. You want to block those. I don't have my blue blockers on right now. I need to get a new pair of them, but no, I don't have them. But blue blockers will block some of those bright lights. You don't want those in your eyes at night because these lights that we have, I can't turn the cameras around, but these lights that we have on now are so you can see me well, but they're actually harmful at this time of day because they're sending a signal to your brain that it's noon when it's actually 6 p.m. where we are right now. It's actually getting dark outside. So um, Dr. Stasha Gomanak will talk about some of that stuff with us. And you can check her out on YouTube. I think her website is rightsleep.com, but she has a whole program treating insomnia with very good results. A lot of vitamin D and vitamin B supplementation to do that through a strategic way that she handles that. And very, very helpful. She's helped a lot of people. And I don't know many doctors. I know a lot of great doctors. I don't know how many of them have done more research than Dr. Gomanak, Stasha. She's amazing.
On
Yeah.
sleep?
Yeah, on sleep medicine. She's like, that's her thing. She started out as a neurologist and just went into sleep medicine and just has really, really broken some new research into just fixing people's sleep issues. Dr. Stasha Gomanak, she's at rightsleep.com. I think she's on Instagram at rightsleep.com. You can also just Google her, Dr. Stasha Gomanak, but fantastic doctor. And I can't wait to have her back on because every time I talk to her, she lectures physicians around the world who are treating insomnia and teaches them ways to help their patients have better results with sleep because everybody has sleep issues these days. I think 1/3 of Americans can't sleep properly. They have insomnia. And I think it's partly the high stress, the lifestyles, the hectic lifestyles that we all tend to live just gets in the way of that. Our light environment is wrong. So we need to I didn't bring enough water with me today. Is there water over there? Hey, you hate those cups.
I hate them. I officially hate this cup.
She hates these cups.
Don't
You know why I like
drop
it?
it on your.
Because it's big and I can get a lot of water out of it. And I swear to you, it's just water. It's nothing else. I'm not drinking anything caffeinated or alcoholic. I don't drink anything alcoholic, actually. But yeah, so rightsleep.com, Dr. Stasha Gomanak, really, really, really uh, groundbreaking research into sleep medicine and how to sleep better. We all got to sleep better, but sleep is something that we have to work to achieve. It escapes a lot of people as they get older. People have found they call it sleep architecture. So it's just all the systems in your body that have to be wired properly to sleep. And Stasha Gomanak talks about that and how often sleep is a wiring issue in the brain. Your wiring in your brain has to be right in order for you to sleep. If you have neurotransmitter imbalance or there's just things going on up here, excuse me, we're live. I can't edit this. If there's things going on up here that are not balanced, it will impact your sleep. You need good brain health for good sleep health. You need the right types of waves. You want I think the beta waves are like the waves that if you looked at them on a wave meter, they're very, very jagged. Those are those beta waves. You want alpha waves, which are slower and they're wider. And when those alpha waves are moving in your brain, you have a much better chance of getting to sleep versus being tired and wired all the time. I think adrenal health is something too when it
Yeah,
comes to that.
yeah,
Just
that's
people's
true.
adrenals are chewed up these days. Everybody's so stressed out. Everybody's go, 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 go.
Hmm.
And that's no way to live.
Hmm.
Drop us a comment if you're hanging out with us right now. We'd love to hear from you, and you know, let us know what you think.
Bitcoin,
But yeah, we talked about Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, and
Yeah,
um,
which one?
uh,
Scott,
Scott.
Big
Yes.
Scott McGregor, our homie. We love Scott. Scott's awesome. But we've talked about Bitcoin
Mhm.
with him. He's a big pro Bitcoin guy. He's a big money guy, investment guy. So he's smart in the world of investment and money strategies and ways to get to a healthy retirement. We'll probably have Scott back on too. Scott and I keep in touch regularly, and I love Scott. Scott is just so fun. He's fun. Whenever Bitcoin hits like a bull market, he'll send me like a just a hilarious like uh little meme or something that talks about Bitcoin going to the moon, and it always makes me laugh. Matt Franklin does that too. My buddy Matt. Yeah. So big shout out to Matt. What's up, dude? Um, but I think we're gonna take some. We're probably gonna close this down. What do you think?
What about heart disease? Heart, Dr. Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Dr. Dave on too, who's a board certified cardiologist, talking about heart health and the heart and diabetes connection, the cardiac health and diabetes connection. There is a connection if you got blood sugar issues, which a lot of people do these days. Um, it can open the door to heart disease, and it's in the literature. He's not making that up. So that's something people got to watch for. So anybody who's might be struggling with that or pre-diabetic, check your A1C levels. Work with your physician, try to fix that because it's not a problem you want to leave um, unattended. It's something unaddressed. You want to address that. So, um, yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I think we're gonna shut this thing down now. So for those of you who stopped through, thank you. We appreciate you guys. And should we do another one of these in the future?
Maybe on a Friday or
Yeah.
on a Saturday. We
Yeah.
have a thing to talk about. Right now, we're
Mhm.
just,
Yeah,
you
it's a
know.
time of day thing
Mhm.
because like I said, we have people in India, we have people in the Philippines, we have people in Europe, we have people in Australia
Mhm.
that are watching. We've got people in Nigeria
Mhm.
that are subscribers, and big shout out to all of you. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for the love.
All the Ayurvedic people.
Yeah.
What did you last talk about with Shivani?
I don't remember. We talked about so many things. Just ancestral
Oh,
medicine. We covered it.
ancestral medicine.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, that's so we don't know a good time to do this because everybody's in a different time
Tell
zone.
us in the comments if
Yeah. So drop us a comment. And if you check this out, this live out afterwards, still leave us a comment. You can do that on a live, right? After the fact. I don't know how. I don't know lives. I've never done one. I don't know. I've watched them, but I haven't
Leave a
really paid
comment and
attention.
laugh at him.
Yeah, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Leave a comment and laugh at me if you want. All right. I need more people laughing at me. I haven't had enough of that in my
I
life.
know you haven't had a lot of
Gosh.
that,
Yeah.
but
Jeez. I was like the most bullied kid ever in elementary school. And probably for good reason now that you see me.
talk a
But
lot. So that's what he does. Talk a lot now.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. I remember I had one teacher who was like, Mike, shut up. And I don't know if that's like,
You're allowed to say that. They can't say that now.
no, you can't say it now, but back in the day you could.
Mm.
Back in my day, teachers were a little meaner. So they got away with more. I don't think you'd get away with that
Well,
now.
you just can't talk forever. She has to
That's
teach a
true.
class. You have to
That's
teach a
true.
class.
Yeah. I wasn't doing a podcast back then. So
Should have been.
pods weren't a thing back then. But yeah. So I think we're gonna shut this thing down, guys. But thank you for those of you who did stop through. Drop us a like, drop us a comment, visit us at mikecpodcast.com, follow us on Apple, follow us on Spotify, follow us on Instagram at Mike C Podcast, follow us on TikTok while it's still legal in the United States, at least for another 3 months, unless someone can buy it out and keep it legal. If not, Might have to do away
All
with
the
it.
other places.
Yeah, 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 but
Spotify,
yeah. We're on X
Instagram.
too, but we're so bad with X.
Mhm.
We are. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We're
we
not
gotta.
keeping up to date
We're
on
not
that.
keeping up on. We
Yeah.
have to keep up a lot better
Yeah.
on the other places.
We do. We
But
do. We gotta
follow
do
us
better.
there.
But follow us there. If you're on X, you're on Twitter.
Follow us all over.
Yeah, I'm only saying X to appease Elon. But if you're on Twitter, on X, follow us on there, and maybe it'll motivate us to keep the account more active. Because yeah, we need that motivation. We need you guys to motivate us. So, but yeah, we're at 40 minutes. I think we're gonna shut this thing down. So
And maybe we'll try it again.
yeah, I'd like
But
to.
we'll have a topic.
Yeah, but we'll have something. We'll be more dialed in on something specific, and we're always down with interaction and feedback from you guys. So hit us up even after the fact. Drop us a comment. Tell us what you think of this. We're thankful to our subscribers. We're almost at the point of this live. We're almost at 18,000
Mhm.
subscribers on
Thank you
YouTube. So
all.
thank you. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and we're just grateful. Yeah, applause for the subscribers of the Mike C podcast. You took that time to click that subscribe button, and we are truly grateful.
Tell
We're
people
truly
about
grateful.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Tell other people about
Tell
it.
other
Share
people
it.
about it. Share it.
Yeah, if you
Tell
love what
tell
we're
us.
doing.
Yes, and
Yeah,
tell us what other topics you would like because
yeah,
we need to know what you like so we could give that to out to you.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Let us know, and lots of good stuff to come. I
Lots of good
promise you
stuff.
that
Do you
we've
know
got.
what? Do you remember anything that's coming up
Yeah, I
good?
named a few already. I don't want to like tell them everything because
Oh,
then they
okay.
won't come back.
Well
But
then.
yeah, there'll be some repeat guests. So if you did enjoy some of our past guests, we're gonna have some guests on again. But we've got some really cool things. We're even getting. I'm not gonna give all the details right now, but we're gonna have somebody with some history, some American history,
Yeah.
that some different things he
That's gonna
walked
be
through
interesting.
in a time that was different from ours. He's a gentleman that experienced some real hardships in different parts of the U.S. That we'll get into specifically, and I'm really really looking forward to that conversation. He's a very very interesting man, and I won't say anymore.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we are out of here. We love you guys. Thank you. Please keep coming back. Please keep checking out our stuff. And we're just really, really thankful.
Yes, and
All
we're gonna
right.
try this on a specific day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We don't know what that is. We're
yeah,
just kind of winging
just
it.
keep staying tuned to what
Yeah.
we do.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, y'all. We're going to end this live.
Peace.
Peace.